gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look.
Gotta know.
It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Good, it's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I know you guys been waiting for this tournament to start, and there we go. We have a repeat of the finals from the previous tournament now being played in the semi-finals. I have Dominator versus Dugar, and this time let's see if he can change things up. We've got a basic idea of what Dominator likes to do. You know, he's a very consistent player, and he keeps pretty much ensuring that he gets a lot of 4s and 6s when he's batting. He's very good at adjusting to the kind of deliveries that you bowl, very good at footwork as well, makes room as and when you need, ensures that you don't really bog him down and force him into shots that he doesn't really want to hit. On the fielding side, he's got a lot of variations as well. Primarily bowls a lot of short balls and ensures that you don't really are able to hit down the wicket. You're pretty much forced to hit towards point, you're forced to hit towards long leg, and there are always fielders there to cut him off for just 2 runs almost every single time. So, knowing all of this, Dugar, I'm sure, has studied his opponent enough, and let's see how he switches things up. Dominator will again bat first here in the semi-final, and Dugar, let's see if he changes things up and goes with spin, because I know he did try this the last time. Nah, it's going to go for fast again. Right arm. I would have loved to seen some variations in terms of spin. Try and throw Dominator off guard. Pace is a little more easier to handle. How are you? I'm good. How are you guys doing, man? Hope you guys are all enjoying the show. Welcome to the stream. This is semi-finals, after which we will jump into the finals immediately after. It's taking in a bit of time to start the delivery by the looks of things. I'm going to give it about 5 seconds and hit resync. Might need a resync here. There we go. Give it a couple of moments before we jump into the first over. All right, looks like the players did disconnect, so we're gonna go ahead and quickly restart the lobby up and pretty much start the semi-final again. Don't go anywhere. It'll just take a minute, get the players back into the lobby, and yep, bring you the semi-final again. So do stay tuned. Right, we are back again. We have the match quickly restarted back out. Dominator versus Dugar. We're gonna have a quick toss back out again. Last time we did see Dugar get smashed around the park by Dominator. It was a strong showing in the batting department by Dominator. It was 62 runs in 2 overs. So let's see if Dugar can change things up. I have Rudra on chat. In fact, he says he's playing Dominator in the finals. All the best for that. Well, you get to see your opponent in action as well here. As let's see if he's going to be back on batting first, because the last time we've seen as well, he's not been the one to chase Dugar, despite winning the toss in the first semi-final of the previous tournament. Decided to field first. So I think both players here are in their comfort zones, with Dominator batting first and Dugar bowling first. But let's see if he's adjusted and has a few new strats available. Roommate, there's a pull shot down to fine leg for a quick 4 to open things up for Dominator. That's something, in fact, Dugar did almost 6 out of 12 balls during last innings' chase. At that point of time, it didn't really matter. But right now, Dominator seems like he's going to go for another pull shot, but there's a fielder there. And it carries straight to him. Dugar, slight change in the line there. And unfortunately, Dominator decides to go for the big one, goes for the loft shot. The timing wasn't as impeccable, and it carries straight to the fielder in the boundary. Good opening for Dugar, good confidence booster as well. 4 for 1, 2 balls. Bowler coming over the wicket, and it's going to be a short one. Smashed away on the onside. He makes a lot of room. Walks, in fact, all the way past the off stump and gets that pull shot out. Into the stands. 10 runs on the board. And Dominator seems like he's already put that dot ball behind him. He's going to pitch it up this time. Change of pace, change of length, same result. Over deep mid wicket, another 6 on the board. Dominator, he knows how to come back in style. He's got no situations where he's hitting boundaries. It's either misses and just 2 runs, or it is 6s only. He's going to smash another one, but this is to the fielder again. Another one slightly mistimed. And there is very little margin for error there, especially when you do have a fielder out there. Deep square leg is in position in case Dominator can't get the perfect timing, and it pretty much ends up carrying to the fielder again. Another dot ball. 16 runs. So despite the 2 big 6s that we have seen, Dugar is still in control. If he can restrict this, as I say that, he smashes that over long on for another 6. Lot of room for the batsman to swing. And Dominator, despite 2 dot balls in the over, manages to make his way up to 22 runs. So he's kind of negated the fact that he's messed up on a couple of occasions. Now he's going to be able to get this past fine leg for a 4. Good start to the second over. And Dugar, I haven't really seen him do much in terms of change of pace. We haven't seen that slow ball just yet. We did see him use it almost towards the end of the innings the last time around, but it ended up being a wide. Let's see if he switches this up. There you go. Immediately the slow ball, but the timing is impeccable. Dominator read that like a book. Off the middle of the bat, straight over deep mid wicket, and almost clears the stands there. It's gone all the way. 32 for 2. 4 more balls to go, and Dugar is going to continue just pitching this up around the wicket, left arm, and the result is the exact same thing. Same place, same result. And Dugar again finds himself in some trouble. 5 balls, 15 runs, he was doing good, but now all of a sudden, 4-5 balls later, there's another 6. Dominator seems unstoppable at this point of time. 6 after 6 after 6. Dugar finds himself in a pit of trouble. It's going to go over the wicket, but it's the same result again. There's long leg this time. It's hit a lot more fine, but it didn't really matter. Not when you get it off the middle of the bat like that. Vaibhav Barskle, how do I play? Hit the link in the description. All free to register. Admins will get in touch with you if you do manage to get in. First come, first serve. And Dominator. Jeez, man. 56 runs of 2 overs. And Dugar is in trouble. Rudra watching this on stream is also already wondering what is the kind of strategies he's going to deploy as he moves into the final. That being said, don't discount Dugar yet though. He might just come out guns blazing, get a few sixes, get some form under his belt, and you never really know if he can pull off what would be a big miracle here. It is, of course, going to be hard. Right arm around the wicket. He's going to sweep this away down to fine leg. He's going to get the outside edge. Trickles down to third man for a quick 2. In swinger, another sweep. Straight to the man at fine leg, quick 2. 6 runs off the first 3 balls. Dugar, he needed the big ones. Unfortunately, he's not been able to find it much. Smashed away, straight to third man. Another 2. This is going to be close though. Oh, he just about manages to get the dive. Right arm around the wicket. It's an in-swinger, slow one. But again, third man's right there. He manages to cut that off. Just the 2 again. 14 runs first over. Just not enough. Even in normalcy, you are looking at least 20 runs and over. But 14, especially when you're chasing a target like 57, you're just not going to cut it. This time, he's going to work it towards the onside. Finds the man at long leg. Quick 2 again. Alright, I'm going to try and show you guys some different camera angles. This is called the automatic angle. Follows the action. It's going to get smashed, but there's a fielder there. Long leg, carries to him. Dominator finally picks up the wicket, but Dugar, he was pretty much forced into that. Having not found the boundaries, he was forced to go for the loft shots to try and go for the big ones, and only manages to find the fielder at the boundary ropes. In comes a right-hand batsman. Left arm over the wicket. Pace is doing good. Hit down, off the pads. Just a single. This time change of pace, and he smashed this straight to long on. Ooh, just about not carries to the fielder there. There was a player at long off for that shot down the wicket. Unfortunately, just lands short, and Dugar survives. Small consolation in the grand scheme of things, because this match is pretty much done. Doesn't even run for that. Last ball of the over. 16 for 1. This is going to be a big victory for Dominator here. Dot ball to close things off. 40-run victory, and Dominator moves into the grand finals in convincing fashion. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back again in just a couple of minutes with the grand finals. I believe it is going to be Dominator versus Rudra. I'll see you folks soon. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Grand finals time. It is Dominator back again, this time up against Rudra. He looks unbeatable at this point of time. He's been pretty much performing all round. Batting flawless, his bowling is equally immaculate. And let's see if Rudra can crack the unstoppable force that is Dominator right now. 350 rupees on the line for the winner. If you guys are wondering, how do I participate in this tournament? Check out the link in the description. It's called ILG Cup Season 3. We have online as well as offline tournaments for WCC rivals. Total of 5 lakh cash prize. Online tournaments alone, we do 2 every day. 350 rupees, winner takes all. No registration fee. It's free to register, free to play. So go ahead, register yourself. First come, first serve. Only 8 players per tournament. So go ahead, register right away. First ball, it is going to be Rudra bowling first. Dominator, left-hand batsman, and he's going to smash that. There is a fielder at third man, but easily clears him. Opens up as always with a big one, the 6. And Rudra must have some glaring memories. This is the final that we did play, I think, about 3 days ago. And we're going to get a rematch here. Rudra looking for some revenge. This time, it does not really come off the middle of the bat, but still manages to pierce the gap on the onside boundary. 4 runs added to the total, 10 of 2. And third ball, no change of length. It is an in-swinger, same result again. Same gap, same boundary. And Rudra probably should be thinking about a field setting change. Dominator, you wouldn't really mind going for the same shots again. I think I see a slight change in length. It's going to be a lot more fuller, but the end result is even better for Dominator. He makes some room, hits it over the offside, straight over third man for another big one. That was a lot more square though. Would have come somewhere close to deep point, but you get the idea. He's just making room and continuing to swing his arms. This time he finds the fielder at deep mid wicket. He hits it a lot more straighter and didn't account for the fact that if he doesn't time it absolutely perfect, he's going to end up finding the fielder. And Rudra, maybe some hope there. Dominator, new batsman in. 5 balls, 20 runs. So overall, I think the goal is already achieved for Dominator. He's going to look for maybe another boundary to close things off. Maybe a 6 if he can find it off the middle of the bat again. Lot of room made, and he's going to come dancing down the track. Over extra cover for a 6. And Rudra, except that one dot ball, I don't really see how he's going to be able to claw his way back into this. He cannot afford to give more than 40-45 runs away to Dominator. Ideally, he should try and look to restrict below 40. He's got some runs to work with. It's going to be the reverse sweep. And it is somehow going to end up beating third man there for a 4. Looked dangerously close to carrying for a catch, but it was timed really well. Goes for the loft shot. It is pretty hard hitting loft, especially in default training, like what is being played in this tournament. But the Dominator has been able to consistently find the middle of the bat, and the end result in most occasions has been exactly that. Way into the stands for another 6. "36 runs, 1.2. 4 more balls to go." Rudra, outswinger, but this time manages to carry to deep mid wicket. Up goes the finger, and Rudra picks up another wicket. Seems almost inconsequential at this point of time, but if Rudra can start hitting 6s and Dominator can't find these wickets, these couple of dot balls might eventually end up being the difference maker between the two players. Of course, only time will tell if we do encounter such a scenario. But as things stand, it is still Dominator in the driver's seat. He's going to go ahead, swing again, over extra cover. Another 6 added to the total. He's going to cross the 40 mark. 42 for 2. 2 more balls to go. And now Rudra is thinking, he's somehow got to force maybe just 4 runs of the next 2 balls. Change of pace? No, there isn't. It's a fast one, and it's going to be hit over the infield. 1 bounce into the boundary rope. Another 4 added, and last ball of the innings now. Rudra wants to finish this off on a high. You don't want to be the guy who got smashed for a 6 in the last over and you go confidence low. But it's maybe a wide ball. He's just going to let it go. Keeper though, full length stretch, goes for the dive. Luckily manages to prevent what would have been 4 wides go down as well. Big sigh of relief. He was getting desperate there. He needed something different and he almost ends up throwing it all away. Simple delivery. Doesn't come off the middle of the bat, but Dominator somehow still manages to find the boundary rope. Beat the 2 fielders on the outfield, and that's going to be 50 up on the scorecard. 51 total, 52 to win. 26 runs per over required for Rudra. Right, let's try out some of the camera options that we have. Let's go to batting camera. Let's stick with this. Ball comes in, and that is hit over deep mid wicket. There's no one there on the boundary rope. Quick 4. Good start to the innings here for Rudra. I see a lot of gap towards point. There's only a deep point. Can hit this away, but instead he goes for the helicopter shot. Right out the middle of the bat, and that's a 6. That's the start that Rudra wanted. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Let's go this time. It's an in-swinger. Flicked off the pads, straight down to fine leg. It's just going to be the 2 runs. Looks like the bowler will continue bowling from around the wicket. This time, he's going to pitch it up to the batsman. And another helicopter shot. Not going to carry the distance, but finds the boundary regardless. Another 4. And Rudra is up for the chase. He's taking the fight to Dominator, and we're all loving it. He's going to switch to over the wicket. Still make some room on the offside, and he's going to find the boundary exactly again. Same place. Goes for the wild pull shot, but he knows there's no one at deep mid wicket. Only needs to clear the inner ring. And if the timing's not great, no worries. He's still going to pick up a boundary. Ball's going to be pitched up. And a beautiful tap, but he manages to find third man right there. Going for the quick 2, will need the dive in, and he manages to get it. Keeper was ahead of the stumps, so needed some additional time to spin back and throw it at the stumps. Good total though from Rudra. First over, managed to get 21 runs. Still needs 31 of the last over, but it is not impossible. He can make this happen. And that's a big one. The perfect start that Rudra needed to the over. Pitched up. Lots of room. Manages to swing his arms over deep extra cover for another 6. And looks like he's going to go for the same shot, but there's a fielder at deep point and it carries Rudra. That may be the ball where his chase comes to an end. The dream might be done for. Dominator gets an all-important dot ball. What's the play here? Left arm around the wicket to the right-hand batsman. Looks like it's going to be an in-swinger. Yep, it is. And goes for the same loft shot. Just about barely manages to beat the fielder at deep point. 4 added, 31 runs. But it is 21 required of 3. It requires Dominator to mess up as well. As long as he ensures there's no balls, he's got this in. A dive comes through, but the dive's a little too early. Another boundary added to the tally. Total wise, 17 of 2. Rudra at this point of time is hoping he gets a no ball. Good timing. Clears the boundary. 6 runs added. But their one dot delivery hurt him so bad. 11 runs, 1 ball. Dominator. Looks like a wide. He's going to let it go. It is indeed. A bad ball, but danger averted. If that had gone for something on the lines of 5 wides, that would have been the ideal thing. He's going to go for a Yorker. Fast Yorker. Smashed away. Does go the entire distance for a 6, but it is not enough. Dominator still wins. There's a 3-run victory there at the end. A wonderful chase by Rudra. Lots of amazing shots, but it did actually come down to the fact that 1 dot ball where Dominator picked up that wicket, that shot from Rudra that carries to deep point, ends up being the difference maker. Congratulations, Dominator. He walks away with 2 tournament victories here today in the ILG Cup Season 3 WCC Rivals Online Tournament. Thank you so much for all the people who tuned in. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. This is Shade Slayer signing off. I will see you folks again on Monday as we continue with the weekly online tournaments. Don't forget to see if registrations are open. They're limited slots only. Check the link in the description and go ahead and register. Join us for some amazing games. See you folks. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Bye bye.